Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G. Back at y'all to the episode of Running With You. And tonight we got to run about Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb, man. I'm pretty sure y'all done seen it on y'all timelines. I'm pretty sure y'all done seen it on y'all YouTubes. And man, oh man, bro, these brothers got into a heated arguments. I'm talking about almost put hands and feet on one another. I'm talking about calling out the fade. I'm talking about getting in your face. Say it again. I ain't gonna say it no more. I'm talking about this is what I be talking about when certain people don't need to come on your platform because it's just not gonna go left. And even if you was to have a civilized conversation with them, they still gonna see things they way. You're gonna see things your way, and you could just agree to disagree. Especially when it comes to my black folks, because once we disagree with somebody, once we get loud with somebody, once we get sporty with somebody, we feel like it's a threat. We feel like, our ego is being tested, and one thing when you about black people, when your ego get tested, you can't back down. Now you gotta go head on and show who tougher. You gotta go head on and see who louder. You gotta go head on and tell them, man, I'll flip this place upside down, and that's what I just hate about my community. Like, we don't see this in no other community but ours. I don't watch white podcasts. I don't watch, white Hollywood, dramas, but I can guarantee you it ain't on the level of our dramas. But it's the thing that keeps a lot of folks entertained, and that's the thing that keeps me having something to talk about. So let's go ahead on and break this down, man. Without further ado, let's get into it, bro. This conversation. If you don't know Anton Daniels, he's a YouTuber. He's a big hustler. Like, when it comes to the analytics, he got a lot of, content that he pushes out daily. But he's one of them brothers who always talking about, the negativity of black folks. And that kind of rub a lot of people the wrong way. And he don't hold other races accountable like how he hold black folks accountable. And a lot of people feel like he's appeasing to other people for profit, but he might feel that way, at the same time. So two things can be true at once. And Corey Holcomb, he just a dude who just don't have no filter, he kind of like everyone's, uncle. He remind you of your uncle or something like that, just the average black man who just got something to say and ain't gonna say exactly what's on his mind. These two people coming together, something bound to clash. Without further ado, let's go ahead on and get into it and break this down, man.
Answer it.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not. I don't think you got people all the time.
Well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me? Because I
talk
don't
about
know.
liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Caucasian female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever
Sound like
happened
this
to
cop out.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. But here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall
I'm
of
an equal accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you taking
you don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You too busy.
My capacity
case,
that you just criticized, that's an opinion.
That right there, when he said capacity, I think that right there was the first trigger for Corey Holcomb. Because usually when people bring up capacity, people tend to correlate that with brain capacity. You ain't even of my intellectual level to understand what I be saying. You know, this going over your head. You know, that right there could make someone get emotional, and that right there can make someone want to react. And throughout this whole altercation, both of these guys are acting emotional. And that's what I be saying, man. Certain spaces you can't even invite certain people to your space because you ain't gonna really come into no common ground anyway, you know. And it's just another example of, you know, grown men, you know, can't keep the emotions in check, you know, when it comes to having a debate and an argument, and on top of that, talking on top of one another, and trying to, just because you're talking loud don't mean you're right, you know. But right there when he said capacity, that's why I think really triggered Corey first.
Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they
Absolutely.
destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down, because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it. And that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me, because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you.
The capacity thing was the trigger, and the comment he just made right there was the was the detonation just going off. You know, you can't say certain stuff to certain people. Now, we all know what he meant by that. He meant that the same way that he meant kissing ass of the white man, you know, but he just used it in a different way, in a more disrespectful way, you know. But when it comes to ass kissing, I don't really look at that as a disrespectful term. Ass kissing, basically, you know, you sucking up, you sucking up to this person for personal gain. You know, that's basically what ass kissing means. But when he's saying it, it's kind of the same thing that he's saying, but it's more of a disrespectful connotation to it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just can't say that to a grown man. You know, you could get away with it by saying ass kissing, but that right there is what triggered Anton, and you can't tell people what can trigger them, you know. And he probably felt like he get tired of getting called ass kissing or Uncle Tom and what have you, because he is MAGA. He is one of these guys who like to put out all the negatives about black people, but don't put out no positives unless he's referring to himself. And even then, he was trying to ask him, was he a black man? And he was dancing around that. He was like, I'm a Christian. I don't look at color, you know. When you can't just admit, yeah, I'm a black man and I'm proud to be black, you know. So that right there, you know, I think this is where it all took a turn for the worse.
What you do?
No, see, let me tell you something, homie.
I don't suck dick. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So fix
you doing
that.
It right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you, I don't do that.
I tell you,
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats.
Let's
switch seats.
I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Well, I tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You
homie.
say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
okay, but that gay shit, oh, you
I don't give a fuck about what you talking
Hey, homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say I suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No. I
don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're not bossing up on me.
Yo,
we good. I did already. I don't do dick sucking shit.
We can put the microphone right now and go up back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
You running your mouth. I don't do.
All right, now this is where a lot of debate come in. He said, say it again. Anton did not say it again while he's in his face. You know, got the woman from in between them as he should. And he says, say it again. It's basically like when you in school and you say, knock this pin off my shoulder. But sometimes people got certain triggers, and as long as you don't say that, especially when I'm warning you, now I'm gonna ask you, don't say it again. If you say it again, it's fighting words. It's up. We ain't gotta go outside of nothing. I'm right here in front of you. Forget all that outside stuff. If you say it again, it's up right here, right now. He called his bluff, and Anton didn't say it again. But I do believe before he came over there, he didn't think Anton will just tuck his tail all the way. See, if Anton was really about it, he would have really said it again right there in his face. Don't say it when he over there. Say it again when he right there in his face, But he didn't think Anton would just tuck his tail. Anton said, let's go out back, Like, say what you want about Anton. That he ain't get punked in this situation, in my opinion, And Anton called his bluff. Corey didn't get up and go out back. I think both of them didn't really want to fight, because if it really was going to be something, it would have been something. Just like me. Everybody different, but me, for example, I don't really get into too many altercations and fights because it take a lot to get me mad. It take a lot to get me mad. Like, if you get me mad, you were deliberately trying to get me mad. And 9 times out of 10, it's something I ain't even do to you like that. But once I get mad, once it's up, it's stuck with me. Like, if all this would have went down, it probably would have probably happened right here, right there. If all that would have got down, especially once I'm really heated and I'm talking loud and all that. Oh, it ain't no going. It ain't no calming down. It ain't no stopping. Something is going to happen. It ain't no everybody holding me back, calm down. No, something is going to happen. Because it takes so much to get me riled up, and once I'm riled up, is no turning point. But I think both of these guys ain't really want to do something, because if they did, it would have happened. But I don't believe that Corey thought Anton was just going to stand up for himself the way he did, and on top of that, say, let's go out back. And that's what real men supposed to do. You don't supposed to, flip tables and chairs and cause destruction, in a place of business. You go out back. That's how you do it in the old days. You don't do it in nobody's house. You don't damage up nobody furniture. You don't do it in no business of establishment because you want to carry yourself with a certain type of class. You step outside, handle all the business outside. Especially when you step outside, you step out back. You don't want to do it in front of the business, So I think Anton, he handled that situation very well, in my opinion. Say what you want about him. Me, I don't really like Anton. I used to watch a lot of his contents, but I unsubscribed because he was just, being contradiction. I remember he was just always trying to hold black women accountable, for doing ratchet things. But when it came to Brittany Renner, a guest that he had on his show who is attractive, he didn't want to hold her accountable when she was on another podcast cutting up with Charleston White. And everybody was drilling him about that on his panel. But he was, once again, dancing around. And I just can't get with people like that.
You doing this shit for the internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time. No, hold on. If you want to say
show you I ain't doing it for the internet.
If you want to say Anton, listen, don't disrespect me like that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that, I'll respect you. But don't boss up on me, because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm going to extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how would it call this nigga out his name? Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get respect.
I got a question for bro.
Okay. No. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No, this is my show. This is my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking. I don't dick suck, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that dick sucking shit again, nigga.
You're not gonna
come at me with. Say I suck dick again, nigga.
We can go all back right now.
Fuck I am.
We can go all back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go all back right now.
Now, see, he put his mic down. He trying to get it popping right there, right now. All you got to do is say it again. That's basically what he want to say. But Anton, he not saying it again. But Anton saying, let's go out back right now. And he got up. Now, a lot of people feel like, oh, they ain't want to mess up the money for the show. Maybe it was some brand deals on the line and all that. I don't think all that got to do with all that. Like, ain't too many brand deals that, Corey probably get offers for this show that he just worried about messing up like that. Like, this dude, I think he's just independent right now and he's doing his own little thing, But my thing is, if you're the type of person that can't get canceled, if you're the type of person that don't really care about being Hollywood and all that, you're going to either step out back or you're going to get it popping right then and right there. You ain't got to have him say it again. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel, So when it comes to this altercation, I don't really think it's a winner or a loser. Okay, it is a winner or a loser. I think the loser is Corey Holcomb. And I'll tell you he the loser because I think he acted way too emotional, especially knowing the type of dude you bring it in your space. And on top of that, he called your hands out to step out back. You didn't get up and step out back, regardless of the fact that you would like it to go down right then and there. If he said it again, you still didn't go step out back when the man said, come step out back. Sometimes you just got to play it how they want to play it. Sometimes you just got to play it how they want to play it, as long as it could get done. You see what I'm saying? Like when people say, oh, however you want to do it, sometimes you got to go by however you want to do it. And I think that, I don't think that he thought Anton would react the way he reacted. I think he thought Anton was probably some soft dude, But like he said, man, he from Detroit. And one thing about Detroit is a pretty rough place, so.
I got money for all this. Whatever.
I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
No, it's just not respect.
See, when nigga, and that's another thing. When nigga bring up money in certain situations, they really ain't trying to be with the shits because you trying to fall back on money. Now, maybe he was talking about he got money for all this if he was to catch an assault case. Maybe he was talking about he got money for if they was to get it popping right then and right there, he could replace all the equipment, But the last thing somebody who with the shits is talking about is money. They trying to get it popping.
Golly, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie. I ain't got to go out back right now because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like
If you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro.
Here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
long as you
we can
know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you know.
Bro, you not
Because that ain't
not that tough.
All right, now that was part one. Let's go ahead on and get into part two. Now, this is part two right here.
We move over here.
Over
different space, so you don't get the way that we move over here.
Over here or anywhere in the United States of America, and that's not a black thing. I'm talking about Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians understand the respect level men must have when they're in front of each other because it can trigger war. That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand everything that happens when it happens. I'm a chess player. That's what I've been playing my entire life. Okay. Maybe you walked into something that you wasn't expecting.
I don't go with.
Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
Maybe, maybe. But I tell you what, that's a dangerous game to play, especially if you got a life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was gonna happen like that fast. That's why out here I try to walk under the code. There's a code out here.
No, you don't. And that's why I said
you say I don't walk under the code.
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
The whole world a hypocrite, but what are you talking about?
No, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes.
I believe you.
When it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you think that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move. But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied because here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all why I like the chat.
Everything but himself and white men.
No, listen. I told you I want to come back and have a full conversation about it, or we can talk about it right now. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out to the
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to the chat.
Shit on
I'm not gonna shit on nobody.
Yeah, you shitted on black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face. To your face.
Be careful shitting on me, because I feel like you're talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you.
Be careful.
Now, see, that right there was all into his play. He first said, maybe I knew what you was gonna do, and I flipped the script on you, and and then he was like, "Oh, I shitted on you," and then once again, Corey he threw the bait out there, and Corey just bit the bait, and got emotional, and he said he felt like he talking shit, which he was talking shit, and I think when it comes to conversations, bro, it just be certain things that could just rile a person that, could get triggered so quickly up, bro. And it's certain slick talk people can say. And right there, Anton was slick talking him, and he was just trying to shit on him, embarrass him on his own show. And he did, because Corey fell for the bait, like certain people, dog, don't try to embarrass him with force and violence. Embarrass him by being.
I'm gonna answer. I'm telling you,
shit.
Don't try to embarrass him by force and violence. Embarrass him by being more intellectual than him. Have them looking like a fool with your words. Have them looking like they running in circles. But there's certain people you can't really get on that type of level with, because they just more intellectually advanced than you, got a better vocabulary than you, and they just more witty than you. But I do think Corey Holcomb. Just let him get the best of him when it came to, certain wordplay. I think he let him get the best of him when it came to, trying to not look like a fool on his show.
It on me to my face, but that shit will lead to some danger.
Will we please stop the
trust me,
the tough talk? I got security, you got security.
Homie, I ain't got security. Them my people.
Cool. Them your
You gotta hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely.
Now, I do think that probably has a little bit to do with Anton being so comfortable. Like Anton got security up in there. 9 times out of 10, that is probably law enforcement. Somebody with a goddamn registered weapon that he's very equipped to know what to do with that thing if it come down to it. So I do think a level of Anton cockiness is due to the fact that he know he got secured up there with him. Ain't nothing gonna get too far. Even if they do fight, it ain't gonna last that long, and it ain't gonna get that out of hand.
I'm always gonna hire somebody.
You better
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking tough. Stop talking.
Homie,
tough.
you
just said that.
I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so?
You said you disrespected me in my face, and then you act like it was all good.
That I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologize when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face
because you don't accept the apology because you still
talk about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended?
You still talk about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right.
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man.
And right there, we seeing Anton, his trigger. It sounds like I'm arguing with a bitch. You're not directly calling him a bitch, but when you say you're acting like, or when you say you sounding like, you're not saying that they are it, but too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. And a lot of black people don't like that.
It's gone, man. You gone.
I'm out the jet.
You done did this before. Get your bitch ass the Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch. You prove my point. I got shit to do. You're right. Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Right. Remember I told you that. If you got a...
Now, a lot of people were saying Corey Holcomb was talking too much stuff, you know, after the fact that he called out the fade and all this and all that. But he said, get your bitch ass on right there while Anton was next to him. Like, Anton could have hit him right then and there. And Anton was standing up. And Anton ain't go for it. So, you know, but I do think it is kind of corny to just, you know, be going off at the mouth as he's leaving out. Like, if he leaving out and he exiting the premises, just go ahead on and let him go about his business. All that extra whooping, it ain't called for. Y'all had y'all moment. None of y'all did nothing. Doing all this extra whooping is just corny to me, you know.
Bitch, which you explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch, nigga. Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to, cake ass nigga.
And that's another thing I feel like it's kind of corny because it looking like he's trying to expose him because everybody know that Anton has a wife. Now, the lady that he's with, I'm guessing is not Anton's wife. So that right there let you know that he kind of like trying to put it out like you ain't even with your wife right now, which to me is whole shit. Like that ain't, you don't need to expose his business when it come to that, to me, you know.
And go get you a bodyguard because the nigga be done slap the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door. I am who I say I am. I stand on it. Fuck a friend. Now who the next motherfucker to come up here? What up?
So there's a new word in the dictionary called rage bait, right? So that's what you just witnessed. So
rage bait. Let me tell you something.
It's a new word.
That ain't no new word.
Okay, bet. It's
Let me
old
tell you
behavior,
something.
new word.
Where I'm from, if a nigga say something about sucking dick, nigga, it's on.
And he knows
I don't
that.
know nothing about no niggas saying nothing to no nigga where niggas talk about suck dick and niggas be ready to swing.
And he knows that.
But he didn't say that dick sucking shit again. Get your fat ass out of here, nigga.
Use certain words
That's
you
a
just don't
hate.
use.
In here with this bitch that he know ain't his wife and motherfucker trying to get the bitch on the show. Bitch, nigga, you ain't got it like that, nigga. Get your cake ass out of here, nigga. Like, I'm finna be upset. This is what I wanted to talk about today, mainly. We have a situation in America going on where there are a lot of men that don't want to reveal themselves, but they have bitterness because they know you're not the type of guy they are on the backdooria side of the game. Let me say this one more time. There's a lot of men in this world.
I'm gonna go ahead on and cut it right there. But yeah, man, I think that when it came down to this altercation, bro, like I say, man, you don't see this in other communities. Other communities, bro, they know how to sit down and have a civilized conversation. They know, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing to trigger you. You know, hopefully you don't say nothing to trigger me. But when it comes to black folks, we always do this. And on top of that, we don't never mind our business. We always talking about somebody else, bringing negativity towards us. You know, always have an opinion on somebody else's business, bringing negativity towards us. Like, I just wish that we could just get up out this never-ending circle of, you know, violence and negativity that could just be prevented. You know, all this stuff could have been prevented, you know. Like, people have debates all the time. People have debates with people who have totally different views from them, but they know how to remain civilized. They know how to be mature. They know how to be grown, you know, and they know how to have emotional intelligence. And that's one thing I think a lot of black men lack, emotional intelligence. Like, women, they kind of get a pass because I just think they women. Women are very emotional creatures, but when it comes to men, specifically us black men, I don't know if it's because a lot of us are raised without our fathers, but when it comes down to situations, we don't have any good problem solving unless we do it with violence, you know. And I think a lot of stuff could be prevented when it comes to violence being escalated way more than, you know, heated arguments, you know. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Who do y'all think came out here with the L? Who y'all think came out here with the W? Or do y'all think Corey Do y'all think Anton Daniels? Give me y'all opinion down in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what you waiting on? Until next time, I'm out.